Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to some Hold My Beer replays. We have two battles for you today. Both are tank destroyers and both are in tier 10. And what I love about these games is I always love a tank destroyer battle in tier 10 that's not the campy usual replay that where people just farm damage from the back of the map. So we've got a Grille and we've got a Death Star. So we've literally got two camping tanks doing big damage, but it's not all about the camp. Of course, at the start of the game, you need to camp. You need to see where the enemy are, see where they go, and then you can decide where you want to be with your tank, whether you want to use the mobility of the Grille to get around, or whether you want to stay and support and stay in that position and farm some damage. Sometimes you need to farm damage. Sometimes you got no choice. You're in a Grille, you've got no armor. Your job is to sit at the back of the map and farm damage, help your team, but it's not always the right choice, and we're going to see that here. So the Grille has actually started flanking around, and he's going to get some side shots here. You can see he's going to have a few tanks here all to aim at. He's just waiting for his opportunity, but currently he doesn't have anything, so he does have to move. But is this guy on the left side isolated? Because at the minute they need to do something, because his team are falling apart and they're all losing a lot of hit points. So he needs to go quick, but just because he's full hit points doesn't mean he needs to rush in and try and be the hero and then lose his hit points. It's not about that with the Grille. The Grille has an amazing gun. It has amazing speed as well. You need to use that mobility for your advantage. Get around the map very quickly, and that's what he's doing here. So he's got these tanks to a little bit lower hit points. He knows that the IS-7 is full hit points, which is why he's actually pushing in. If that IS-7 wasn't full hit points, he would probably get out of there, because there's now 3 tanks on 1. But him being full, he's able to try and help him, and there's 2 tanks around here that are both a one-shot. So he's trying to clear these guys. It's a 3 versus 6 at the minute, 3 versus 5 now. The E75 is of course a one-shot, and there the IS-7 does manage to take him out. So it's now just him and the IS-7 versus 4 tanks. Not looking good for his team at the moment, but him supporting this IS-7 was an absolute must. But now it's looking scary because he has a massive tank coming behind him. That was a nice shot there. He manages to get out of the way, he doesn't get shot, and he's now got this IS-4 down to a one-shot. Hopefully he can keep this IS-7 alive long enough, and he does. But here comes the Jaegeru. Now they are losing on supremacy points. The Jaegeru kills the IS-7, so it's now a 1 versus 3. Of course, he does get lucky because there is going to be an AFK, but I thought, you know what, I'm still going to show it because it comes down to the wire. It's a brilliant game. He pushed when he needed to push, he supported when he needed to support, and overall I just think it was a fantastic battle. So here comes the Jagd Tiger. Don't really want to sit in front of that because it's one of the highest DPM tanks in the game, and I love the fact that he spotted this SU, but he knows he's AFK, so he's going to ignore him. He's going to ignore him. A lot of people in this situation against 3 tank destroyers were just like, do you know what, I'm not going to win. I'm not going to win. I'm just going to go and focus this guy, pump up my damage. But he doesn't do that. He's now a one-shot to this Jaegeru, but he's just going to back up because he knows he can actually take a shot from the Jagd Tiger, and he does. But he is going to manage to take him out. That was very important move, going for that Jagd Tiger. He needs to be quick, however, because the enemy have 2 supremacy bases. That was a lovely high roll. Just when he needed it, he gets a massive high roll and clears that guy for his 4th kill. So 6.7k damage. What he now knows that there's just him and an AFK. But it's going to come down to the wire because of supremacy points. But luckily he has his rear to him. Excuse me. He can actually probably shoot him with HE, but he's just going to sit in the cap, which again is the right decision, just to slow them points down, and he finishes with a nice juicy Amarak. So yes, there was an AFK. If there wasn't an AFK, it would have been a different outcome for sure, but the way he played it, the decisions he made, I thought, you know what, I have to add this in here. So well played, Silver. Nice amount of damage, nice amount of credits there, almost 300,000 credits. So thank you for sending me that replay, Silver 64. Next up, as promised, we have a Death Star. Now, one of my favourite things to watch in a Death Star is not even just like the Hesh or the Amarax or the high damage, is when people play it out of its comfort zone. And the Death Star is known to sit at the back of the map, or it used to be known to sit at the back of the map and farm a lot of damage. Some people don't play it that way. Some people play it frontline. And I like that. I love watching games in a Death Star where they play it completely different to how most people play the tank. So playing this frontline is fun to watch, because also it sometimes scares people as well. They don't expect a Death Star to come around a corner and a Death Star just sitting there, and you're able to pump sort of 1500 to 1600 damage into them when they don't expect it. So I do like that with the Death Star, with some players in a Death Star. But of course, he does need to be careful at the minute. He is spotted. Is he going to be able to get this shot on the Yo? Not quite. He can't quite get the shot, but there's a lot of tanks around here, and he does get the shot. And look how important that is. I mean, that one shot brings him down to a one shot, and they are able to clear that guy very, very quickly. And now he has a juicy T-57 heavy. I hate this. This is the only downfall for me in the Death Star, when you have shots like this, but you're not able to take them because you're freaking reloaded. But he is now going to get a nice juicy shot into that Tortoise. And again, game-changing shots these are. These are game-changing shots, because that Tortoise is now a one-shot. He was full hit points, and now all of a sudden he's a one-shot and he's gone. And that is what the Death Star can do. And that's why a lot of people don't like the Death Star, because it's not broken. Again, here we go. Nearly 1600 damage. Again, that's 3 shots. All 3 of these guys were full hit points. After one shot from our Death Star here, they're all now one shots. And now, being confident for the 215B, being confident, thinking, you know what, I'm full hit points, I'm going to push. And then now he can't push. He can't push, because if he pushes, he's going to die just like that. So that's the best thing about the Death Star. It can change games. It really can change games. The disappointing side is sometimes you'll miss your shots. A lot of time you will miss your shots, and a lot of times that could be the only shot you get off. There we go again. Nearly 1300 damage into that pattern. So it's now a 5 versus 3. Our guy Simp from the Void clan, Mr. Void, Voidlin. He is a Voidlin. 5k damage. 5k damage, and it's 5 versus 3. But this mouse, he's trying to get this mouse out the way. He's trying to push forward, because if he pushes forward, he can support this mouse and he can actually clear this T-57 heavy. So he is trying to push forward. Is he going to go for the T-57? I mean, this is hard because of the gun depression. He does have to literally come right out, but he does actually manage to take him out. So he's just going to sit back while he's reloading. No point sitting out in the open whilst you're on a sort of 20-second reload. And as soon as he's got sort of a few seconds left, he is going to come out. Is he going to be able to get a nice juicy HE shot into this Kranwagen? You know what, he's not even going to attempt it. So he just gets but he does bring him down to a one shot. So basically he's on 7,000 damage, 6.9k damage, but there is a full hit point Hori over there that is looking very, very juicy. But he doesn't want to come out yet until he knows he can come out without getting a shot from the Kranwagen. Is he going to go for the HE again? No, he's not. He's going to go for the AP to guarantee the pen, and he does just that. Gets a nice shot and 7.7k damage. Again, he's just backing up over this ridgeline, waiting for the reload, and let me get the kill, please. I mean, if he does get the kill, he will break 8k damage. At this point, he could just probably splash this guy with HE, because you don't see it often, and it looks like he's just going to do that. And I want more people to do this. Don't worry about the AP. Just splash him in the face with HE, because it's a big enough gun to do the damage, and it will kill him. As long as you don't shoot their gun, it will kill them. So lovely game there. Nice game in a Death Star. Wasn't sat at the back. He was frontline with his heavy tanks supporting them. 8,100 damage. Thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Meadsy69. Get subscribing. If you want to support the channel even more, become a patron. The link is in the description. I'm Meadsy. I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. With